Hey guys, I'm Adam. Welcome back to the shop. And today I have got a couple hours, so I'm going to try to get on that mantle, get that ready for some epoxy. Jack will be back in town soon, and he's itching to play with some epoxy. So we'll see how that goes. Got some good news on the Jeep. So, well, good and bad news. If you watched my last video, transmission is toast. The T4 case is just shot and the bearing shot. So I did locate a replacement online. He wants like $450 for it, which I don't know, seems pretty fair. I am going to see if I can trade him the transmission and transfer case, because guy I bought the Jeep from was planning on putting this in. It's an automatic, but I am not going to do that, and so I don't need that. So it's just in the way and heavy. So I want to get rid of that. So if I can get a couple $100 off for it, that'd be great. But a couple things working here. I've determined that I really need to get all my woodworking tools over here and my metalworking tools over here and organize better. So that is in the plan. But for tonight, I just need to get this piece of oak sanded down, and it's got some checks, some knots there. What I'm going to do is fill that all with black epoxy. It's going to be stained a darker stain, Jacobine stain, and so it doesn't have to be 100% rectangular and square. I'm going to router the edges, and but I want it to be smooth, so I don't want you to feel the cracks. So I think that'll look pretty cool, filled with epoxy. And yeah. But for now, I need to get it sanded down fairly smooth, and then we'll get it all taped up. I do need to, on the back, router in a place. I'm going to attach it to the wall with a piece of angle iron. And so to do that, I need to cut a groove and then router out a little pocket for the angle iron. So we'll see if we get to that today. But yeah, I'm going to set you up here on the table saw. We're going to do a little sanding, see how it goes. And yeah, maybe we'll do a little time lapse right now while I sand this. All right, guys, that is enough sanding for now. Next, I'm going to try to plunge cut a groove that the angle iron, what do I do with that piece of angle iron? Right in front of my face. So blend it in. Okay, so I'm going to plunge cut so that this can essentially insert into the back of the mantle, and the lip will hold it. I will have screws securing it from the back. I already put some 2x4 supports in the wall, so I'll be able to, where the fireplace insert is, reach up behind and screw into the back of the mantle, and this will hold it exactly level and give it some support as well. So that's the plan. Let's see how it works out. Let's set our depth. We don't need our depth that deep. That should be plenty. Okay, try this again. Okay, so it looks like I lost some audio here. So I've got my router set up, and I am trying to take off about 1/8 of an inch to give clearance for that angle iron. And this is a 1/2 inch bit, so I'm taking off about 3/8 of an inch each pass, and then just blowing it off between, making sure my router is flush with the wood surface, and it's working really well. Little battery powered router, wasn't sure how it'd handle this oak, but it's blowing right through it, no big deal. And again, just blowing it out each time. Here I am test fitting the angle iron, and what you can kind of tell is that I am binding up at the edge where the circular saw blade didn't cut completely down. So there I used the circular saw and just plunged it down and wiggled it back and forth, and ultimately decided it's just easier to cut about 3/4 of an inch off of either side, and yeah, then it just slid in just fine. Got my center point marked, so when I install it, I will install that center point on the center of the wall, the shiplap wall that the mantle will be attached to, and the mantle should slide right on. So when that's all said and done, I will attach screws from behind. I already have 2x4 bracing in the wall, so I will, before the fireplace is installed, screw from the back into the mantle, and it'll pull it tight to the wall and should hold it very sturdy. So yeah, all in all, that worked out pretty good. And yeah, here I'm showing some of the checks and the features of the wood that's going to be filled in with epoxy, and should look pretty cool. All right, guys, I think that's going to be the end of this video. I appreciate you guys watching along, and I think next video will actually be, I'll probably cut it down to size. I just want to double check my measurements, and I think I got to take about 2 inches off of either end, so I'll do that, and then Jack and I will start taping it up, and we'll do a first pour on this top, and this will be our first epoxy pour. I think it's going to look really cool. All these check marks filled deep black with a dark finish that's going to match the hardwood floors in the house. So it should be pretty cool. So made it this far. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.